What I'm about to tell you has the power to change the way you see your life. Your life, right now, in this moment, is a reflection of your unexamined fears. Think about that for a moment. The way you live, the choices you make, the relationships you cultivate, all of it is influenced by fears you're not even aware of. Let's explore this idea, shall we? The concept that our lives are shaped by unseen forces is not new. Ancient thinkers like the Stoics, Taoists, and Buddhists all touched on this idea in their philosophies. The Stoics, for example, believed that our lives are controlled by our thoughts and perceptions, not external events. They argued that we have the power to choose how we respond to any situation, but often we don't exercise this power because we're driven by unconscious fears. Consider the story of Epictetus, a former slave who became a prominent Stoic philosopher. He said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This makes sense, doesn't it? Two people can face the same challenge, but one responds with courage and the other with anxiety. Why is that? It's because their inner world, their fears and desires, shape their reactions. The Taoists also explored this idea in their own way. They believed that our lives are governed by a natural order, the Tao, and that we should align ourselves with this order to live in harmony. But when we're driven by unexamined fears, we disrupt this natural flow. We become like a river trying to flow uphill. It's a struggle, and it leads to suffering. The Buddhists, too, recognized the role of fear in shaping our lives. They taught that our suffering comes from our attachment to things that are impermanent and from our ignorance of the true nature of reality. When we're driven by fear, we cling to things that can't provide lasting security, and we miss out on the present moment. Now, let's bring this idea into modern life. Think about how often you make decisions based on fear. You might be afraid of failure, so you avoid taking risks. Or you might be afraid of rejection, so you hesitate to express yourself authentically. Has this ever happened to you? You've wanted to speak up, but your fear of what others might think held you back. Pause here for a moment. Think about a recent situation where fear influenced your choices. What would you have done if you weren't held back by fear? Share your answer below. I'd love to hear from you. The impact of unexamined fears can be seen in many areas of modern life. At work, fear of failure can lead to burnout and stagnation. In relationships, fear of rejection can lead to superficial connections. Even technology, which was meant to liberate us, can become a source of anxiety and distraction. We're constantly bombarded with information, and the fear of missing out can drive us to compulsively check our devices. This is the part most people miss, the role of fear in shaping their digital lives. Think about it. Do you use social media to connect with others, or do you use it to avoid feelings of loneliness? Do you scroll mindlessly through your feeds to distract yourself from anxiety? Remember this: I use technology to cope with my fears. Be honest with yourself. The good news is that you have the power to examine your fears and break free from their influence. This process of self-mastery requires courage, curiosity, and a willingness to look within. It's not about eliminating fear altogether, that's impossible, but about understanding your fears and learning to live with them. Here's what nobody tells you: self-mastery is not a destination, it's a journey. It's a process of continually exploring your inner world, recognizing your fears, and making conscious choices. It's about developing a sense of awareness and acceptance that allows you to live more authentically. As you reflect on your own life, you might notice that your fears are often linked to specific themes or patterns. Maybe you're afraid of being vulnerable, or maybe you're afraid of change. Whatever it is, recognize that these fears are not facts, they're just stories you've told yourself. Does this resonate with you, that our lives are shaped by unexamined fears, or do you think differently? Let me know your thoughts below. I'm curious to hear your perspective. If this resonates with you, consider subscribing. We release new wisdom every week, and you'd like to explore more ideas like this, consider subscribing to The Quiet Mind. I'm committed to creating content that helps you cultivate a deeper understanding of yourself and the world. As you move forward, I encourage you to approach your fears with kindness and curiosity. Rather than trying to push them away, invite them into your awareness. Ask yourself, what am I afraid of, and why? Allow yourself to explore these questions without judgment. Which of these lessons resonated most with you today? Tell me what you think in the comments. I read every single one. Your reflections help me create content that truly supports you on your journey.